Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 34th Rome Total War Brotherhood battle that I put onto YouTube. The clan that I belong to is called the Brotherhood clan, and it is the most long-serving and long-lasting clan on Rome Total War. The Brotherhood team I'm in today consists of Brotherhood member Cal, who has bought the Julii Roman faction, Brotherhood member Uther, who has also bought the Rome Julii faction, and Brotherhood member Speedstar, who has bought the Rome SBQR faction, and myself, Spartan Commander, who has also bought the Rome SBQR faction. So there's the four members of our team. As you can see, there's four experienced Brotherhood members there on our team. But wait till you see the other team. You'll see there's a lot of experience there, and this should be a great battle for you to watch. And here are the other team members. We have Brotherhood member Crimson Overlord, who has bought the Scipii Rome faction. We have Brotherhood member Mystique, who has also bought the Rome Scipii faction. We have Brotherhood member Talos, who has bought the Seleucid faction. And a COH member called Phlegethon, I think is how you pronounce it. And he has also bought the Rome Scipii faction here. I just thought at this stage of the battle we could have a quick look at the Seleucid faction here. And at the front of Talos' formation you can see the silver shield units there. These are like the Seleucids' versions of the Roman urban cohorts. They're not actually as good as the urban cohorts, but they're quite useful to have in your army. And then you have the silver shield pikemen there, with their massively long pikes, very difficult to fight through to get to their infantry. And here we have the famous Seleucid cavalry, the tanks of the ancient world. Just look at the armour those guys are wearing, and look at the armour on their horses as well. And when they actually hit, their charge is absolutely massive, and they're very difficult to kill too. And then I'm not sure if any of you have had a close look at the Seleucid chariots. If you look at the chariots there, you can see how they've got these scythes on the wheels, and they've even got spikes on the horses as well if you look. And these chariots are very good at scaring troops, lower morale, and they're quite devastating in their own way. But just watch out if they run amok, because then they can become a menace to both enemy and friendly alike. At this stage of the battle, I thought you might like to look at the Roman testudo formation. This is where a player puts their a unit into testudo, and as you can see, you've got shield protection on the side, the front, the rear and the top. And this is a great formation to stop arrows and pilers causing much damage to your troops. And these days a lot of players use testudo in front of their army. This is coming in the last 2 or 3 years. Before that it was just open formation troops. Here on our left you can see that my small army is facing quite a large army of the COH clan member there. But out to our far left you'll see that Talos has moved his Seleucid chariot units out to our left there, and Brotherhood member Speedstar has spotted this and is sending a couple of infantry units out there to counter any thoughts of maybe charging those chariots in. So that is well spotted by Speedstar, and a good little tactic there. A couple of herb units should do just quite nicely against those chariots if they decide to come in. As you can see, there's an overall picture of the battle that's happening so far. You can see Uther charging in some of his cavalry there, and I think the scene is set for a great battle. Here you can see on our left now, there's Seleucid cavalry, a Talos Seleucid cavalry charging in to Speedstar's units that he put over there to counter the chariots earlier. And here you can see the Scipii cavalry also coming in there as well. It's Speedstar's infantry held by there. And here you can see I'm charging my cavalry in now to try and help help Speedstar's couple of units there, and as you can see, Speedstar sending his cavalry in as well. So with the Scipii cavalry plus a Seleucid cavalry charging in, but remember we've got a couple of infantry units in there as well, so that gives us a slight advantage. And here comes the Seleucid chariots coming in behind us here, and as you can see, the impact of the chariots into the back of our cavalry. That would be chopping down a lot of cavalry there, and with also with the scare factor that the chariots bring with them, I'm surprised that our cavalry units, a couple of our cavalry units haven't routed. And there's a second chariot unit going in. As you can see, I've zoomed in a bit closer here to let you see the damage that the actual chariots do here. Cutting down, well, they cut down cavalry as well as infantry if they get the chance. But they seem to have. They seem to be still fighting there. They haven't routed yet. And as you can see, our cavalry, both Speedstars and myself's cavalry now, have caused a rout of the enemy cavalry on our left there. But my small arm is still being attacked quite aggressively by the enemy Scipii units in front of me there. As you can see on our left there, we've actually managed to rout most of the enemy. And there's the a Seleucid chariot that has now run amok. And you've got to watch out for both enemy and friendly there, because that chariot will be a menace. As you can see on our left here, we're just still being attacked very aggressively there. And if you can see, there's some Seleucid pikemen running over here as well. And BH member Speedstar has sent some support units over to help me as well. As you can see, the Scipii cavalry is still trying to charge in to break some of our units there. And also you can see that there's the Seleucid pikemen there, which makes it difficult for us to use our cavalry, because obviously you don't want to tangle your cavalry with any pikemen there. Meanwhile, over on our right, Brotherhood member Cal is in a really death or glory battle there with Brotherhood member Crimson Overlord. As you can see, I'm just charging my cavalry there. I brought my cavalry over from the left flank over to this side to try and help Cal a little bit here. Also Uther is there as well, so it's Uther and Cal against Crimson and Mystique here. As you can see, Crimson Overlord's brought some units around the flank, probably with a view to try and get behind Cal and Uther's army there with those infantry. So it's really touch and go over here on the right flank at the moment. So with us being aggressively attacked on the left flank and here on the right flank, things are not necessarily looking very good for our team at the moment. There's so much to show you, it's difficult to be able to show everything. And back over on our left flank now, you can see that my small army, with the help of Speedstar, is managing to hold here on the left, but looking at their numbers and the amount of pikemen that's there as well, things are not looking very good for us on the left flank.
Has been slain. This loss
so,
is hard for us,
as I say, on the left flank and the right flank is where the main action's going. And strange enough, in the centre, there's not actually a lot going on. This is an unusual battle here, with the main action happening on both flanks, with the centre being a bit quiet. Right, over on our right now, you can see that the red Julii army was our two allies. That's our two teammates there. And as you can see, a heck of a lot of their units now are starting to rout. So the enemy two armies over there of Mystique and Crimson Overlord have actually looked like they've almost routed all of our allies there. As you see, I'm going to pause the battle here so we can take stock of the battle situation at the moment. So on our right here, you can see that the red Roman units, as I said before, are our allies, and you can see most of their infantry are starting to rout. So it's not looking very good on our right side here, and the enemy team's doing extremely well. We've still got lots of cavalry units left, but it seems that the majority of our infantry have started to be routed here on our right. And over on our left here, you can see that we're being attacked extremely aggressively by the enemy Scipii army there, who's managed to get round to the left flank and round to the rear with his infantry there. So as it stands at the moment, at this stage of the battle, it looks very bad for our team, and I think that the other team must be thinking at this moment that victory is near. Let's see what actually happens here. As you can see, I'm going to charge my cavalry, is just in the process of charging in here to try and help Cal and Uther. What difference they'll make against that mass infantry, I'm not really sure.
general is slain. And
I'm looking to try and get a general there. Yeah, if you see, I've just hit a Scipii general and I managed to kill him, which is what I was aiming for there, which obviously lowers morale for the enemy army there who just lost their general. But as you can see, in general on our right here, we've things are looking really bad for us, and this could have been the turning point of the battle here with us losing our right flank. As you see now, I'm pulling my infantry away from the right flank to try and give myself some assistance over on the left here, because things are looking pretty bad here. And what I'm looking to do is to try and charge my cavalry through my infantry into the enemy infantry in the hope that I can cause some kind of rout here. If I can do that, this will help us greatly, obviously, on our left. And as you can see, as the impact of my cavalry hit there, it routs most of the Scipii enemy infantry there. And I take my cavalry on through there. So between us, between Speedstar and myself, we've managed to turn what looked like a losing part of the battlefield on our left flank into a winning one. Now, over on our right, as you've already seen, we're losing pretty badly over there. So what we're going to try and do now, Speedstar and myself, is take our infantry from the far left over to the right now to try and help our teammates Cal and Uther, who are holding extremely well against massive odds there. I just hope we can get over there in time to be able to help them. As you see, it's a really pitched battle over there on the right. Luckily, Cal and Uther have still got some cavalry units left that they're using very wisely. They're using their years of experience there to target just the right places for their cavalry to hit. But as you see, there's a heck of a lot of enemy Scipii Roman infantry there still. So the battle is still really in the balance here. And it could still go either way. You see Speedstar's bringing his infantry over. Mine's already engaged there at the moment. I think our cavalry hits are going to be crucial here in this battle. We need to choose our targets very well to be able to turn this battle around. As you see, there's some Seleucid units that are rallying now that are coming to the aid of their allies as well. So not only have we got all those Roman Scipii infantry there, we've got Seleucid units rallying as well. So this battle is still really in the balance at the moment and could still really go either way. As you can see, Cal has just charged his cavalry in here, his Julii cavalry into the Scipii infantry. I'm now charging my cavalry as well in like a sandwich effect there, with the enemy Scipii infantry in between us. We managed to rout some units there with our cavalry hits. Also, if you notice that the rear of our infantry are being hit by Seleucid archer fire, firing fire arrows into the back of us, trying to lower our morale. But we're still managing to hold here. And if you notice, a lot of the Roman enemy Scipii infantry are starting to rout now, and so our cavalry hits. As you can see, I'm charging what's left of my cavalry in the hope to try and rout the what's left of the Scipii infantry if I can just hit right there. And as you see, the impact there has caused, and we've actually killed their general too, and that's caused kind of a mass rout of the Scipii infantry. There's still some of the Seleucid units left that are still there, as you can see, coming in kind of behind us. They're attacking. They've rallied and come back, so they're still there to fight. But Seleucid infantry in general has not got very good morale, so I would think that pretty soon they would be routing soon. So it looks to me like our team has managed to turn what looked like a defeat into a victory here. As you saw in the battle there, we'd actually lost our right flank, although Cal and Uther's cavalry were doing some great jobs there. As you can see, all the dead on the battlefield. And I'd just like to say, really well played to everybody in the game. As I say, I think probably most of us had thought we'd lost the battle there on our right. On our left, things weren't looking very good for us as well, but we managed to turn that round on the left and then take reinforcements from our left over to the right, just to be able to manage to support our allies on the right there. I'd just like to say really well done to everybody in the battle, and great kills for both Speedstar and Crimson Overlord there. Great kills, guys. and I hope the viewers watching this enjoyed that battle, and not knowing which way it was going to go right up to almost the end, I think makes it a little bit exciting. Right, this is Spartan Commander saying hope you enjoyed the battle, and really well played to everybody in the game. This was a pleasure to be in this battle, and hope to see you all soon. Bye for now.